As always on this show, it's time to highlight as well those who are making a difference.
BBC Radio London.
Make a difference.
Well, Caudwell Children is a charity, and that helps to support children and their families, of course, with disabilities and autism. John Caudwell is the founder of Caudwell Children, and Trudi Beswick is the CEO. And they are here to tell me about the upcoming Butterfly Ball and the importance of fundraiser events. Good afternoon to you both.
Hi there.
Good afternoon.
How are you both doing? John, I'm going to start with you, okay? Because, disclaimer, let me just make it really clear. I went to the Butterfly Ball. When did I go to the Butterfly Ball? I want to say in 2014. 2014, 2013. And let me tell you what I remember about the Butterfly Ball. The dessert.
Oh, that's not quite what we remembered for. We'd much rather be remembered for all the children.
Honestly, it was brilliant. It was a fantastic night. But the one thing that did stick out for me was the dessert. I tell you why. The thing about the Butterfly Ball, and I think people should know, is that it's really creative in terms of the dishes that you do. And I remember the dessert. It was served as a breakfast. Do you remember that? And it was like sweet baked beans and a sweet egg, but the toast was cake, and it was all very strange, but really lovely. And I remember just sitting there thinking, this is such a lovely thing to do, John. And for you, when you look at the charity, what it's become, does it kind of give you a stark reminder as to why you founded it?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I mean, I get that every day because there's so many children out there that we've helped, 60,000 in all, but so many more children that desperately need our help, that can't get the help from anywhere else, not from the NHS and not from other charities. So if we don't help them, they don't get the help. And, and there's probably hundreds of thousands of children more that we helping if we were able to raise a lot more funds and if those parents knew about us. So running these events like the ball, not only fundraiser, but it's an awareness raiser as well, so that more and more people get to know that we are there to help.
And for you, the cause and the reason why you founded it, why is it in particularly so important to you, John?
Well, just I suppose because I always had this urge to be philanthropic and to help people. And when I sold the business, I wanted to do even more charity. We'd founded Caudwell Children 6 years before that, but I wanted to do even more work in all areas of charity. And of course, Caudwell Children remained my preferred charity because I think children's lives are so important to us all. Children's futures are so important, and especially children who've been dealt a really raw blow in life by being born with, in some cases, some very, very horrible illnesses that they have to combat and fight for the rest of their lives. And often in a situation where the parental money, the wealth in the home is diminished entirely because the parents often can't work.
And when you think about the work that charity's done over the years to be able to help these families and these children in particular, how rewarding is that to know that yourself and the team are working hard to make that happen?
Well, it's immensely rewarding for me, and and I do get a huge amount out of it. So I could even say it's not an act of selflessness at all. It's almost selfish because I get a phenomenal amount of spiritual satisfaction, and and Trudi and the team do an amazing job of making the money go as far as they possibly can to give every donor the biggest bang for buck. And I think it's important to point at that, to make that the charity is superbly efficient because I pay all the operating expenses. So every pound that people donate go to making a child's life better.
Gosh, and Trudi, just listening to that, how important is the fundraising to the charity to really make sure that that money's going to the right places?
It's phenomenally important. All of our donors, all of our supporters, we're very, very thankful to everybody. And of course, as you very well know, the last 2 years have been tremendously difficult. So this ball is amazingly important to us. And we're very grateful to everybody who's coming and everybody who wants to get involved. And everybody can get involved by going online at Caudwell Children on our website, and supporting our auction that we've actually got that everybody can bid on. So we've got some phenomenal prizes.
No, I'm going to ask you now, yeah, what has the event got in store this year? I know I've spoke about the dessert and stuff, but what else is in store, Trudi, this year?
Well, as you quite rightly said, it's not just a ball, it's an experience. What we try to do, through the menu, through the performers, we try to give an experience for everybody who comes so they understand what disability is. And we have obviously our families there as well, so they can actually talk to the children, to parents, to try and understand what inclusion is about disability, and actually feel the work that we actually do. And that makes a big difference. So, our celebrities are really our families and our children that actually come along. And people who get involved truly get involved with the charity. So we've got some great performers. We've got Boy George and some really crazy things going on. So it's a true experience, and some great auction prizes as well. Real wonderful donations. We've got artwork, amazing holidays. John's actually putting his yacht up as well, which is phenomenal.
You're
like
putting
I said,
up your yacht, John. Oh my goodness.
Yes, but we regularly sell that, and it usually makes only about half its real value, but it's still £300,000 each time we sell it. So it does contribute to the charity's coffers quite substantially.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like one of those nights whereby it's really fulfilling and incredibly wholesome, and we need that, don't we, at the moment, John? What the last 2 years has shown us is just that yes, it can get tough, but also how resilient we can be. But we're humans at the end of the day. We need the outlet. We need to know that people still care.
That's the central edict of Caudwell Children. We really do care, and we've built up a team that really go to the absolute last mile to make every child that we can as well as possible. Some kids are very, very ill, and we can't cure them, but we can make the lives of themselves and their families a lot better.
Yeah, and we're providing equipment, treatment, therapy, autism diagnosis and intervention, and you may very well know that children are waiting between 4 and 10 years for a diagnosis. So we're truly making a difference to those waiting times nationally. And during the pandemic, we created so many new services. And just one of the services, we reached and had applications for over 7,500 children within, just a few weeks. And that, that cost sort of £2 million to reach new children over the pandemic just in a few weeks. So we truly are making a huge difference. And 900 of those children just came from within the London area. So it's a phenomenal difference that we actually make.
And Trudi, I want to ask you, like we spoke about the pandemic and what this has been like for the last 2 years. This is you haven't had the ball for was it last year and the year before now due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
How excited are you going to be when your host finally opens proceedings and you're underway?
Well, the team are tremendously excited to welcome and all be in one room, and that's what this is. It's a celebration. 21 years we've been around, and it is truly our birthday this year. And a number of the children that are there are also 21. So we've invited some of the children back who are, between 8 and 23. So it really is exciting to see the children again. And there's going to be a lot of tears of happiness, a lot of tears of happiness.
And joy. I'm sure, John, you concur with that as well. But you're going to be excited to be able to be in that room and soak it all in.
Absolutely. It's been a very, very trying time for most charities. Caudwell Children's been no different to that. At a time when parents and children need even more help, there's been less ability to do so because of the restrictions from COVID and also a lack of fundraising. So it's been a very, very tough time, but we're coming through it strongly now. We did a ball in Monaco a couple of months ago, which was extremely successful. And I'm very certain that our London ball will carry on that mantle of success and help many, many thousands more children to have a much better life over the coming years.
Brilliant. John and Trudi, honestly, thank you so much for the work you're doing and for coming on the show as well. It's been a pleasure to talk to you both.
Could I
Thank you.
could I just ask one more thing?
Yes, of course.
Could everybody get involved and go on our website at www.caudwellchildren.com and just see what we're doing, because everybody can make a difference.
Brilliant. And that is the name of the segment. It's called Make a Difference. So thank you very much indeed for signing us out. Thank you to John and Trudi there from the Caudwell Children charity. What a wonderful, wonderful story. But yeah, like she said, it's all about making a difference.
BBC Radio London.
Make a difference.